folks, welcome to a brand new video at Beyond the Cloud. Today I will discuss about one of the major AWS services and its association with another major services, AWS Systems Manager. We all know mighty Systems Manager and its association and its feature. In our day-to-day activities, Systems Manager has a great role. We can do various jobs with Systems Manager. For example, patch management, inventory management, fleet management, run commands and whatnot. Also, Systems Manager can incorporate with EC2 service, which is kind of real fun. In an enterprise where people are using servers, monitoring is a big part. So AWS gives various variety of flavors where we can automate this monitoring. We should automate this monitoring. In this video, we will talk about the automation and how it is useful. I will show in one single account perspective, but we can use it in a whole organization where the servers are big, where the accounts are kind of quite big. So let me know in the comment section if you want to know the solution for an organization wise how it works. I will do a different video for that. So let's go and get our hands dirty. So let's get started with what is AWS Systems Manager is. So I have prepared a couple of slides where I will explain what is AWS Systems Manager, what its feature, and how the particular video of AWS Association of Systems Manager and EC2 works in a per account basis. Then I will go to the organization, how it works in a particular organization. So let me explain what is Systems Manager first. So if you open Amazon official document, you will find a Systems Manager definition like this. It's a collection of capabilities. It will start like this. So what does it mean actually? What is the collection of capabilities? Let me give you one quick example of what it means. So suppose if you have one organization where you are working with multiple servers, EC2 instance, virtual machines, and you don't know how to monitor that, or you don't know how, or you want to know how patch manager works in that particular system, because from time to time you have to patch your instances. So AWS came up with a brilliant solution with Systems Manager. Systems Manager is a common platform where you can see all of your EC2 instances. You can patch them by instance. You can see the inventory of your instances. You can go to you can go to Fleet Manager. You have your document, you have your automation association, everything you can do in Systems Manager. So basically Systems Manager is kind of a unified interface where you can automate your task. Suppose you want to patch the latest Microsoft Defender version that is came up. Now you do not want to go to each and every machine and patch them manually. What you can, System Manager already have a patch manager service where you can just select your instances and do the patching automatically. But before do the patching, this is just for example, before do the patching, please make sure you test those patches one by one. Otherwise I have seen worse. Okay, next, what Systems Manager is kind of give you a view of infrastructure performance, like how your EC2 instances are configured, what are the patch that has been deployed, what are the inventory that you have in your overall organization or in a particular account. What automation you can do, what document you can create, a self document which can run as a particular with a particular EC2 instances, or you can create your own document and also you can run that document. You can run your script in a particular EC2 instances in a OS level script, and also grab the output of that particular script. This is very much important. So this is what we are going to do in this particular tutorial, where we will run one automation which will configure which will run in OS level script and grab the output in a particular S3 bucket. Let's move on to what is Systems Manager capabilities. If you see the capabilities here of Systems Manager is kind of a huge. So as I said, like the most important and we always use the capabilities is the patch manager, run command, automation, maintenance window, which is a very good feature and very important feature of AWS Systems Manager. Session manager, parameter store to keep your secrets. So the patch manager is kind of a give a good overview of how patch management works, or what EC2 instances are lagging behind patches, what patches you have to install in a particular EC2 instances. Also very important, automation is the one that we will talk about in a few moments. Run command is a very nice feature where you can run OS level command on EC2 instances. Maintenance window, you can set a maintenance window. Suppose you want a maintenance window on weekend. You want to take down your EC2 instances and maintain your EC2 instance, and then on Monday morning you can again turn on the EC2 instances for testing or whatever it is. The maintenance window also works in an automated way. So these are all the in a gist, these are all the capabilities that Systems Manager has. What I will not go is kind of a detailed version of Systems Manager. What can do? It can do a lot, believe me. But this is the a gist what Systems Manager capabilities can do. We go to the next slide, where this is the focus of this particular video, where I will explain how the Systems Manager automation will work with an automation association will work in an EC2 instances. So if you see, I have divided this particular part here in two part, where in AWS this kind of works in CloudFormation. I will use CloudFormation template. I will create one IAM role, instance profile role, then SSM document and automation association. I will associate the document with the association, and then this particular thing will be triggered from Systems Manager, and then this with particular one EC2 instances, this document will run with the run command, and we will grab the output in S3 bucket. So what is the concept? So the concept is suppose in your account you have one EC2 instance, and you don't know for this particular EC2 instance whether one agent is installed or not. Suppose one Splunk agent is installed or not, or which is very vital agent is like CrowdStrike agent is installed or not, or simple CloudWatch agent is installed or not. So what we will do, basically in our mind it will come, okay, let's go to the EC2 instance, log into the EC2 instance, then run some commands and see what is the server services are running in or not. So if you have one particular account, this is fine, you can go to the particular EC2 instance and you can run the command. But suppose you think about let's think about in this way. We are managing an organization where I have kind of hundreds of accounts, and hundreds of accounts have thousands of EC2 instances. So it is not possible or feasible for us to go to each and every EC2 instance and run the commands manually. I think it's a very tedious job, and this is not an automation. So this is the automation. Then Systems Manager came in. So how to automate the thing? The next possible outcome is, or the next possible question is, how to automate the particular thing, wherein I don't have to go to the EC2 instances manually one by one. I have to run the command manually. What Systems Manager came up with, there is a concept called document. So in particular document, we can define scripts. It can be PowerShell script, it can be shell script. So depending on the operating system level, it will detect the operating system and it will run the scripts. So even if I have a Windows operating system, I don't have to bother that Windows operating system will the script run. I can give one condition, whether the operating system is Windows or Linux, then the SSM document itself will identify the operating system and it will run that particular script where it specifies for the shell scripting. And then we can associate the particular document with run command with an EC2 instance, and this is where the automation came. So the automation association is the one from Systems Manager which can run in a particular time frame where we choose. Suppose we want to run it in daily, and we can choose the time frame. Okay, I want to run it daily, this document to this particular EC2 instances, and then grab the output of the of the scripts in an S3 bucket for consolidation. So this is very convenient. So if I run this command in one EC2 instance for one account, I can also do it. If I have thousands of EC2 instance, I just have to create the role, or I have just have to distribute the instance profile role to that particular all accounts, and then the document will run from your main account. So in this particular video I will only focus on this one particular account, how it works. And if you guys are interested, if you folks are interested or to know how it works in an organization basis, please let me know in the comment section. I will also make a video about how it works in an organization basis. So you must have understood how it will work in organization basis, because we will grab the whole output in an S3 bucket, and S3 bucket is a unique bucket all over Amazon. So any EC2 instance can run the command. We can run the commands on any EC2 instances, but we can specify one S3 bucket which is unique, and the command output will come to that S3 bucket. So this is an account basis. I will give an overview in this slide about how in an organization it works. So as I said, like suppose I have two account A and account B. So account A is my master account, wherein the automation document will be created, and then I have account B, wherein I have the EC2 instances. Suppose 4 EC2 instances or multiple EC2 instances are there where I want to run the command. So what I have to do, I have to create two role for that instance profile role, and I have to distribute that role to AWS account B, where and the scripts that I want to run, I can give the scripts in document itself, or I can put the scripts in S3 bucket, where whenever I will log in from or I will assume the role from account A to account B, it will grab the run command, will grab the scripts from S3 bucket and run the command on EC2 instances and trigger the output on the command output bucket of AWS account A. This is very simple. What I have shown you, this is very simple, and the triggering of that particular automation in account A or the master account can be configured via event bridge. So we don't have to as for a particular account, we don't have to dependent on the association automation association scheduling. Rather, we can schedule it with event bridge. So this is the organization wise how it works. But I will explain only the one account basis in this video. As I said, please let me know if you want to know the organization how it works. Then I will make another video so that it will be more clear for you. So this is our, let's go back to the slide, previous slide, and this is our slide where we will be running the script in an EC2 instances, and we will be creating the document from the scratch, and we will use the CloudFormation template as a template, and then we will also grab the output in an S3 bucket. So let's go to the practical now. Welcome to the practical again. I have already connected with the AWS account that I will be using in this tutorial. So let's go to Systems Manager and get an overview how it looks like. So if I type in Systems Manager, it will eventually come up here, and if this is my Systems Manager console, and there are kind of a get started with Systems Manager. If you click on this link, you will go into the Systems Manager, and you can do various types of things and whatnot. So in the left hand side, you will be able to see what kind of various segregated they have done, like for operations management. For operations management, we have Ops Center, CloudWatch dashboards, incident management. For application management, we have app config, parameter store. For change management, we have automation, change calendar, maintenance window. Maintenance window is a very nice feature for maintaining your servers in a particular time frame where you want your systems to be patched. And then we have node management, fleet management, inventory, session manager, run command to run command on operating system level, state manager, patch manager, and most important thing in this video as well is the documents. Now this is Systems Manager, but currently we will not do anything in Systems Manager. Rather than I have a CloudFormation template. Let's go through the CloudFormation template once that we will be uploading, which will create eventually all the resources that is required for this automation, and then we will upload the template here in this stacks. So if we go to this CloudFormation template, you see this is the template where we will be creating all the resources. So I hope you all know that we define resources like this. So this will create an S3 bucket. This is required to grab all the output of the command that I will run. Then this is the part where the shell script document is the one that we will be creating. This is the very important one which will create the SSM document, which is responsible for running the command on that instances. So what is document? It has various parts. So first part is the content. Content is the one where you can describe which are all the commands that it will run. So I have given very simple commands. So one for Linux, one for Windows. And for the Linux command it will show hello from Linux, and also another metadata component for EC2 is that I have given, like, this is the metadata component that it will show. So I hope you all know this URL. This particular URL is responsible for grabbing the information for an EC2 instances of its metadata. So this URL, we will curl this URL and it will grab the metadata content out of it. And then also we will run for same for Windows, but instead of curl we will do as per Windows method. It's called invoke request method URL. And this is the kind of parameters that we have to define here in this document. Then comes the main part where it shows like what this document will do, like the action. So if the document is deployed in a particular instance, then what it will do. So it will do, so this document will do run shell script. It will run the shell script, and the shell script name is example Linux. And it will not run this shell script on every server. It has a precondition. What is the condition? Is kind of if the platform type must be Linux instance. So if the platform type is Linux, it will only run the shell script then this particular command then. And what are the command it will run? It will run the message Linux that we have already defined here. It will show hello from Linux, and then metadata EC2. It will curl the URL and grab the output of that particular EC2. And this is the same step for Windows. So if it found a platform type of Windows, then it will run the PowerShell script, and the PowerShell script will run this particular command where it will run that hello from Windows. We have set it here, hello from Windows, and then it will just invoke this particular URL. This is also the metadata URL for an EC2 instance. So this is the document that this is the basic document, one basic document that I have created. And now the important part is let's go back to the our keynote here, where it shows so we have created the document. Now we have to associate this document with the automation. How we will do it? So this is what we have described here, like all EC2 instances association, where it will create the association here. And it depends on the shell script document also in the bucket. So because we will grab the output in a S3 bucket, so it will be created after the bucket will be created, and also the document will be created. And we have to give one association name, which is EC2 patching. Then we have given name the EC2 patching check. So this name actually does not comply here. You can give whatever name you want to give. So this is a schedule expression where it will run every 30 minutes. So we can basically change it to 30 to, let's make it maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, that is more feasible here. So every 10 minutes it will run this automation, and we have to specify the targets, like on what EC2 instances it will run. Right now I have specified as star. So basically it will run on each and every EC2 instances that it will found on that account, and then it will grab the output for this bucket. And this is the bucket, if you remember, we have created this one here in this is in this S3 bucket type. So this is the association that we have created. And now let's go back to the basically the next question is where is the linkage between this association and this document. So if you see here, the name of that particular document, where we have given the name as EC2 patching check, and this is the same document that we have created like this. A shell script document is EC2 patching check. So AWS provides various kinds of documents of its own. You can create of your manual document, and if you can grab some of the proprietary documents of AWS as well, and you just have to specify the name of the document here, and it will grab the document from here. So it will be quite a bit easy understanding if we go to that particular section here. Now under shared resources we have documents, and if you click on the documents, you will be able to see that lots of documents are created here. It is owned by Amazon. So couple of Amazon documents are there. These are all Amazon documents wherein all the scripts are already there. There are lots of scripts there. Sorry. Then we have owned by me, that the document that you will be creating. So if we upload the CFN document or CFN YAML template here, it will create a document here that is owned by me. And if someone create a document and shared the document with me with this particular AWS account, then it will appear here. And this particular tab is showing for all document, whether it is your document or public, shared or owned by me. So this you can see. So as per our logic, if we upload the CFN template, the document must show here. So let's go ahead with the template now again. Now next part is the instance profile. So if you remember our if you remember this slide, I told that we need one instance profile role. Why it is needed? So an EC2 instance always needed one particular role policy, that is Systems Manager core. So SSM core policy is always needed to attach to that particular EC2 instance, so that SSM Systems Manager can run SSM commands, so that Systems Manager can access to that particular EC2 instances. Otherwise, Systems Manager will not be able to access EC2 instance if the role is not present. So we need to create this role and attach this role to EC2 instances. So this is what the role is. This is what the instance profile role, and instance profile role has a role called EC2 role for SSM and S3. This is a custom made role that I have created here below. And what it does is, this is a role. The role name is EC2 role for SSM S3, and it has a service principal attached for ec2.amazon.aws.com and ssm.amazon.aws.com. both have assumed role capabilities, and we are attaching one managed policy herein, where this one I have already told that SSM managed instance code, which will give Systems Manager permission to access the EC2 instances. And I have also created one particular policy for S3 bucket, because we have, as I told, like this after running this particular commands, we have to get this output in an S3 bucket, right, for consolidation or further processing. So this is where this policy comes into picture, wherein I have given this S3 roles for this bucket only. So I did not give the whole role permission for S3. This is very bad practice. If you give any particular role access to any resources, you should always give the least privileges. So don't give like action. We can give like action equals to start. We should not give that. because this is a very wide permissions that we will be giving. Better to shrink it as low as possible. So this is the overall document, and we will be uploading the document now in the custom stack. Now let's go back to our console and let's open up CloudFormation. So welcome back. This is my CloudFormation console that I have opened up, and also if you noticed, I have changed the theme from dark to light. I prefer it that way. Let's open the YAML template that we have prepared, and let's upload it here. So we go to create stack and with new resources, and here we have to create a stack. So from here there are three options. Kind of template is ready. Use a sample template that is given from Amazon itself, and create a template in designer. So this is also very interesting. If you create one template in designer, you just have to drag and drop couple of things. We will not go in this too. We have a template ready that we have discussed previously, and before uploading the template, we have to specify the source from where the template will be uploaded. AWS provides two options, one from S3 bucket and another from is the template file, that is your local desktop. Amazon always it is always recommended to upload it from S3, and from S3 you point it to the template URL. But as it is a simple template, we will upload it from a local desktop. So we have to choose the file, and we have to point to the file and then upload. And AWS, when we will be clicking next, Amazon will eventually verify if the document is correct format or not. So let's click on next, and yes, the document is in correct format. We will give a name for EC2 Automation Association, that's it. And then we click on next. We don't give any parameter right now, and then we have to add a tag. It's always better to add a tag, basically to know who has created the resources. So I will give the name here. It is also recommended that each and every resources of AWS should have a tag associated with it, if not one, maybe multiple. In that way, you know by in which mechanism or in which purpose the resource is created, so that in case of deletion or when you don't need the resources, or when you want to update the resources, then you don't have any problem like recognizing why have you created the resources. Then permissions. So to deploy the stack, CloudFormation needs some permission. So if you don't give any permission, it will create for you. We have couple of options. For stack failure options, whether stack policy, what it will do, and then rollback policy, after at what time you want this to be rollback if there is no response. We have some notification options. You can select SNS notification, and from SNS you can subscribe to your email. If the stack is failing, you get one notification. We will currently not give anything like that, and then only we have added the tag, and then we click on next. And then this page will kind of reviewing everything that we have given, and the last part is the one that we have to acknowledge, that if whatever we have given, if there is any IAM policy or IAM role that AWS has to create by its own, then we are giving AWS this consent that yeah, go ahead and create that. So that's why we have to acknowledge this checkbox and then submit the job. And let's see. So here you see our stack creation is in progress. I will refresh this. This is in progress. Everything is under progress now. Everything shown up here, and under resources here. Right now I can see only 3 resources, but eventually everything will come up. So what I will do, instead of refreshing multiple times, I will pause this video and then I will come back when everything is finished. So welcome back. What I can see is the resource creation is still in progress, but I wanted to show something. So while it is still in progress, let's go back to Systems Manager. And we have to open S3, and we will open IAM. Okay, so what we can see is here the association is created. So let's go to Systems Manager and then State Manager, and we see the association is created. So this ID is automatically generated. You can also change the ID whatever you need. We can see that it is in success status. The cron scheduling has been created also, and then we have S3 bucket output as well. Then we go to resources. Currently there is no resources in it because there are kind of two possibilities why there are no resources. Number one, that there might be EC2 instances, but the instance profile that we have created is not associated to that particular EC2 instances. So Systems Manager cannot access it, so it is not showing up here. This is possibility one. The second option is there are no EC2 instance at all in this account. So in this particular account, the first one is the second one is true, where there is no EC2 instance running on this account, and also so there is no resources. Parameter, if you remember, we didn't give any parameter while creating these tags. And then target, as I said, like all EC2 instances will be the target, so instance IDs will be star. Then version, this is the first version of the document that is created, so this is version 1. And then execution, so execution will always be showing success while creation of the document is successful. Then it will show here, but please take a look into the last column, the resource status. The last column shows nothing right here. Why? Because this last column is related to this particular column here, this particular tab, where it shows how many resources is managed by this association. Currently none. So the execution of the resources, currently nothing. So no resources has been executed with this association. As soon as we will create an EC2 instance and we will attach the instance profile role, it will trigger the automation, it will execute those query, and it will show up here as well as in the resources section. So that is our second task. Let's go back to S3 console and see if our bucket is created. We click on refresh, and yes, our bucket is created. Currently the bucket is empty, but as soon as the association is run, the output will be here. So let's wait for that. And then IAM, here if we go to roles and then we search for, let's first check if the IAM role has been created or not. Okay, yes, the instance profile role is created. Let's search for it. Okay, I think this has already one link in it. So we go to IAM directly, and yes, this role is created. So as described, this role is an instance profile role, and also it has two policies. One is the SSM managed instance core and another one for the S3 bucket that we have created. And this is resource specific, so we have given only the one bucket that we needed, not only explicit. So we did not give any more permission to it, so this is good. Okay, and so that's it. So the stack is deployed, our association is ready, our bucket is ready, and our IAM profile is ready. What's next? The next is to create some EC2 instance, and let's see how it works. So we go to instances and then we launch instance. We will be launching one Linux instance, and then T2 micro is okay. We want to be in the free trial zone. I don't need any key pair because I will be not logging in from any SSH connect or something, and also I will not allow any SSH connection right now because we will be using session manager connect directly. And then on the advanced details, we have to select the IAM instance profile that we have created, that is EC2 instance profile systems manager that we have created, and then that's it. So we will create one instance of Linux, Amazon Linux 2, there is of T2 micro type, and there is no key pair attached, not SSH, not reachable from internet, and we have only selected the instance profile for this systems manager. And let's launch the instances. and view. Let's view the instance. So this is currently in pending status. So what I will do, I will launch another instance of Windows, and then I will select Windows operating system here. I will be launching only one instance. I will also give the type st2 micro to be in free track. I don't need key pair and I don't need RDP access right now. The only difference I wanted to show you here is that I will not give this particular instance a role here. This instance profile role I will not give. So what it will, what is the effect for this is, this instance will not be shown up in Systems Manager because it does not have the role associated with it. So Systems Manager cannot access this particular instance. So System Manager say, hey, I cannot see the instance. So it is okay. So then after that verification, we will be giving that role, and then this instance will be showing up in instance Systems Manager. So this is the Windows, and we have selected Windows operating system, and let's launch this instance. Remember, Windows takes some time apart from Linux. So let's refresh this one, and we see Linux instance already came up and Windows is currently coming up. So let's go to Systems Manager and check. So this is the association, if you remember, this is the association. Let's refresh this association. If you have noticed, it is already showing success1, this last column. Why? Because our Linux instance is there. So if we go inside it and then resources, we see this instance is already there and it is in success status. And how we will verify? We will go to the last column, execution history, and so the resource status is 1, the success is 1. That means this association have run the command successfully on this particular instances. So what is this instance? This one is 0E06. So if we go to EC2 console, we see that 0E06, this is the Linux instance. That means the Linux instance successfully ran the command. We can verify that from the bucket. So we will refresh, and yeah, exactly. So one folder is created. This is the instance ID, and then it has run the shell script. So if you remember our script, it should run the shell script because shell script only done if the platform type is Linux. So far so good. Then we go inside of it, and this is example Linux, and this is the std out, and we open this one. Let's see. So this is the content. It says hello from Linux and all the metadata associated with it. Good, that's it. And then we go back to our bucket, and right now it's only 1. Now after 2 to 3 minutes explaining this one, I still see only 1 resource available. Why? No Windows, because we didn't give the Windows instance the permission that is needed. What I will do now, I will give the permission right away. So we go to actions, we go to security, modify IAM role, and then refresh a bit. Not required anyway, but I did that to be in failsafe. Okay, so we will select the IAM role now and update IAM role, and then we will wait for some time for this Windows, because Windows takes some time. We will check the association here, and we will go back, try to refresh once. Let's see if the Windows has came up. It's still success1, association ID, and then resources, nothing. So we will wait for some time, and then we will see here when the Windows come up. So welcome back. So after kind of 5 or 6 minutes waiting, I see we go to resources, and I see the next instance is currently showing up here, and it is also in success. So we go to execution history. Currently the success is 2. That means in our next Windows instance also the automation ran and the command successfully ran, and the output should come to our S3 bucket. Let's verify that one. We go to S3 and we see another directory is created. I think we went into this one, so let's go to this one, and we see 0AA7, and we go to EC2 instance, and we see this is the Windows instance. And if we go inside, tada, we see that AWS run PowerShell script. So that is the one that we wanted to run, because This is a Windows platform, and in Windows platform we wanted to run PowerShell script. So far so good. This is fine, perfectly fine. If we open up example Windows std out, and if we open the output, awesome, hello from Windows. As you know, Windows is more kind of a UI friendly, so it has formatted everything by its own. It's kind of a hello from Windows, and this is the metadata and everything, and that's awesome. So this is the basic automation, folks, that I wanted to highlight here, where the association, the instance association, or the systems manager association should run with the document that you will create, and then the document will be associated with this automation, and the document will be and for the particular command it will run on the EC2 instance, and the output will be grabbed in an S3 bucket. So this is in a particular account type. As I also said that we can do it in an organization level as well. The main thing what it will change here is the role, the instance profile role. So from master account you will get the role, and you go to the second account where you have to grab another assume role policy, and that assume role policy will attach the instance profile automatically to the EC2 instance, and then detach as well, because you don't know in another client account if they need that particular EC2 instance profile or not. Because suppose I am attaching instance profile SSM Systems Manager code and with the S3 bucket policy, and they might have another instance profile which is already there, which needed some other policy. So you need to detach your policy after doing this automation. So this way you can grab the output in an organization level as well in an S3 bucket. So this is the whole point of the automation with the systems manager association. Let me know guys how you find this useful, and also give me some feedback in the comment section. How can I be more how can this video be more helpful, or what can be changed here, or what do you think of this automation or suggestion? If it at all helped in your organization about grabbing some output from EC2 instances, it would be very much helpful for me as well for my next video or next set of videos of the ideas that I have something for you to plan accordingly. So that's it. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening to this tutorial. I hope you enjoy it, and as my channel is very new, please subscribe to it for the newer content. I am very much excited to see you guys in my next tutorial. So till then, thank you, goodbye, and have a nice day. Bye bye.